Greetings and salutations, Internet, and welcome to another episode of Who's Your Brother? I'm the older of the two brothers. My name's Christian. With me, as always, is my younger brother, Evan.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Have you enjoyed the nightmare? No? Yeah, well, we haven't either.
Yeah, and bad news, the nightmares will continue. I'm not going to say until morale improves, because they're going to continue regardless of morale. The nightmares will continue indefinitely.
This is true. The horrors persist, but so do we. So does this podcast. Mm-hmm. We have not been taken off the air yet. I'm just as shocked as you all, frankly.
It's coming. Don't worry. One day they'll get to us. I just imagine we're farther down the list. Like I always say, if the daily podcast that I listen to is still going, then I think we're safe for the time being. Unless our reach suddenly just finds one person who just gets insanely irate about it, like, fuck these two guys in particular. And it's like, oh, we have a hater.
Well, and that's the thing, isn't it? Is that I feel like even if we do get a certain amount of reach, I feel like our viewership just doesn't hit the number. They'll kind of look at it. Do you remember the South Park episode where Cartman was convinced that he was the biggest threat to national security or something because of his opinions or something?
Yeah.
And he went to the NSA and was like, "So, do you have a tab on Eric Cartman?" "Oh, yeah, we do. He's nothing to worry about."
Yes, I do recall that. And he's like, I assure you, he obviously is.
So I feel first of all, I do not claim. I feel like we're just we're two idiots voicing opinions. That's kind of all this really is.
Right, absolutely.
So I feel like I'm not even gonna sit here and claim that we're a threat to anyone. I feel like I'm a bigger threat to myself than anything else that's happening.
I am a 42-year-old amputee. I am a threat to everyone around me. You better watch out. You better watch out for this thinning hair and this fucking rising sciatica.
I am a 27-year-old writer attempting to be an author. I don't feel like a threat to a single goddamn person. I'm just trying to get my books published, man. That's all I'm trying to do.
Hey, man, the written word might be a threat to some people, but we'll get to that later in the show.
Oh, it's true. So, all right, I kind of want to open with a little bit of an anecdote today. We have a format. We'll get to the format in a second, but I would love to open with a little anecdote before we
absolutely hit us, little brother.
Hey, folks at home, I saw something recently. It was a post that is kind of making the rounds. Mm-hmm. Do y'all know that the creator of Alf is fucking insane? Also, according to my brother, a bit of a bigot, which sucks, but let's focus on the totally fucking insane part of this.
Yeah, he's absolutely batshit insane. What's his name? Rusco? Something Rusco.
Fusco,
that was it. Fusco, what a terrible name. But, yeah, so...
awful name.
Yeah. The guy, yeah, I've heard about this, but Evan, tell us about the thing you saw.
So, apparently, Mr. Fusco was very committed to his bit, which was that Alf was not a puppet. Alf was a real alien that came to Earth and is starring in this sitcom. This is not puppetry. This is a real alien. I don't know if he actually believed that. Maybe he did. But by God, the lengths that he went to keep this sort of bit going, they had extremely elaborate trenches and shit built into the set of Alf, so that the puppeteers could move around without the audience seeing them. Mm-hmm. It was very important that the audience never saw the bottom portion of Alf or the puppeteers. Several times, Alf, the character Alf, got offered a spot on to do SNL, but when Fusco demanded that they have this wacky-ass elaborate setup, SNL, very politely was you know what, never mind, we're going to rescind that invite.
Right. They were like, that's a bit much for your silly alien puppet. No, thank you.
He's not a fucking puppet. Check yourself.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. No, he's a real goddamn alien. Yeah.
He's a real alien. Apparently, all of the cast and crew fucking hated working on the show because of just how impossible it was to work with this lunatic and his insistence that this is not a puppet.
Right, that it be treated like a real actor. Alf was insanely popular. He had his show was on 4 years, and he had 2 animated shows. But yeah, because of all the difficulty, it tripled the workload and the cost of making a sitcom because of this dude's insane demands.
Apparently the puppeteers were not allowed to like leave their little hidey holes until everyone had left.
Jesus.
Like the whole like staging area had to be cleared out before these poor bastards were allowed to leave.
Right? Nobody sees the puppets. Nobody fucks with the magic.
It's truly one of those things that I hear about and I'm like, boy, that's just genuinely upsetting.
Tell them about the guy who got mad.
Oh yeah, apparently I don't remember who it was, but somebody like on either the cast or crew
the guy
got
who played
so mad.
The guy who played the dad.
Oh, it was the dad, really?
Mm.
Yeah, the guy who played the dad on Alf got so pissed at one point that he had a physical fight with Alf. Not the puppeteer, with like Alf, like the actual like the puppet itself.
He attacked that poor alien
in his own home. Unbelievable. So yeah, I just thought I'd share a fun little story about Alf because I've watched a little Alf. I'm a big fan of sitcoms, so I knew it was insanely popular. I knew it just got dropped out of nowhere. I know that was one of like the big things.
Mm-hmm. They've tried to bring it back a couple times. They gave him a talk show like 20 years ago or something, but they dropped it because it was too much of a hassle to fucking make. And they've talked about doing reboots, series, and movies, but every time the creator dude is like demanding all the same shit. He has not changed his demands once.
That's the craziest thing to me. This dude, I just looked this fucker up. He is 72 years old. Woo. He is 72 goddamn years old, and he is still committed to this bit.
To treating Alf like a real alien who became an actor, which is like, guy, like this is the age of the internet. Like that is just insanely silly.
Oh my god. So I thought you all might enjoy that little tale.
I mean, hey, we all got hills we'll die on, but this seems a bit extreme. But go ahead, man. Die on that hill.
See, here's the thing. When I die on my hills, they're just kind of silly little beliefs that I have. When you die on your hill, you lose your show and all the potential, like all the potential that comes with that.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Apparently he did not mind though, because he is still standing 10 toes down on that shit. Like, nope, Alf is not a puppet. He is an alien who became an actor. Like, all right, man, whatever. But yeah, I used to love Alf. I had a talking Alf doll when I was younger.
Yeah! Oh, that's so awesome.
Yep, yeah. You would squeeze him and he'd say stuff like, "Let's go check out the fridge," or "Here, kitty, kitty, kitty."
Did Alf eat cats? Was that the gag?
That was the gag. Alf ate cats.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
Yep. Alf from Planet Melmac.
I forgot that was the Planet Melmac.
I always just thought it was a hilarious word, so that one kind of stayed in the old memory. Like, oh yeah, Alf from motherfucking Melmac.
Oh man. So fantastic.
Yeah.
But no, that's a real planet. He's a real alien.
Yeah. Oh, and here's the funny thing. Do you know how the show ended?
How did the show end?
It ends on a cliffhanger at the end of the 4th season, because it got canceled after season 4. Alf got captured by the government.
What?
Yeah. Like, it shows, like, him being surrounded by the government, and then the credits roll. And then that was it. That was the end of the show.
So, as far as the show's canon is concerned, it ends with Alf being captured by the government. Since there was no 5th season, that is the official ending for the show.
Yep, he got captured by the government. The end.
And then they did horrible experiments on him for the rest of his life. And then he did a talk show for a bit.
Yeah. As far as depressing endings go, it's up there with dinosaurs.
God. Fuck, dude. Okay, do we want to talk about the ending of Dinosaurs? Because that is one of the bleakest endings for a sitcom, like, ever.
Yeah, no, that shit devastated me as a kid. I watched it as a kid. I remember, like, watching it being like, oh my god, like, I was, like, horrified.
So, for those who don't know, Dinosaurs was a sitcom way back in the day. That was just it was kind of similar to Flintstones, but it was like a family of dinosaurs, and they would do like normal sitcom shit. Dinosaurs ends with the Ice Age coming, and all of the dinosaurs fucking dying.
Not only does the Ice Age come, the dinosaurs brought it on themselves by not giving a fuck about nature.
Like, it's a good message, but a very bleak ending to your sitcom. Folks, I am not fucking with you when I say the last scene of the show, like the end credit scene of the show, is a news reporter saying more cold is expected in the future. We do not know when it will end. Good night.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Yeah. The end. And
that's it.
And the scene right before that is all the family sitting around, huddled in the living room, freezing. They've all got their winter jackets on and hats and this, that, and the other, and they're like huddled around a fire and shit. And they're like, well, what do we do now? And they're like, well, I don't know. And the baby even says something. It's like, are we gonna be okay? And the dad's like, well, yeah, it's not like we can all just die off, right?
It is.
It is. That's exactly what
ending.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened, Earl. You and your family are about to die. Your adorable child who hit you with a frying pan screaming, "Not the mama," is going to freeze to death.
It's such an insane ending for a lighthearted sitcom.
Right, yeah, for a silly show that did slapstick humor, but also had shows about puberty and masturbation.
You know what? That is true. Dinosaurs, weirdly enough, of all the sitcoms, Dinosaurs never shied away from talking about, actual shit.
Yeah, they just did it in a really silly way. And the people in their crazy dinosaur costumes, it's like, we can get away with this because we're not saying it out loud. It's a wink, wink, nudge, nudge thing. And it's enough to get past the censors.
Fuck, what a great show.
I did love Dinosaurs. Amazing show. I've never rewatched it, and I won't. It traumatized me as a kid. So it's nah, man. That shit still, when I think about it, I'm like, Jesus, fuck, that would fuck me up as a kid. So, nope, can't do it again. Won't do it again. I occasionally, see clips of it, on whatever Reels or TikToks or some shit I'm watching. And I'm like, that was a great show. Won't be watching any more of it. No, thank you. You can show me these.
Back to that one.
Yeah, you can show me these clips sometimes, and I'll be like, oh yeah, that was a fun episode.
Oh my god. Well, we spent a lot of time talking about sitcoms. Jesus Christ.
We did. I guess we should probably get to the show.
This has been one of our longest, most rambly openings yet.
I blame this on you. You wanted to talk about Alf. You know what that does to me.
I did want to talk about Alf. Look, it was fun talking about Alf. All right, let's get to the goddamn show.
All right.
We have a format on this show, everybody. You might be hard-pressed to believe it, but we actually do.
We do. There is a semblance of order to all this chaos that you are listening to. I promise. We just have not got to it yet. The order does include, intro, where we just, spitball, go back and forth, freestyle, but we went on a little bit long this time.
We went on a bit long, but our format is based on an old saying, brother of mine. What is that saying?
That saying is, if you give the people bread and circuses, they will never revolt.
Too true, too true. So that's what we do with our show. We give you a little bit of the bread, our food news, and then we move on to the circuses where we talk about entertainment, and then we talk about the revolt, which is, all the other shitty things happening in the world right now.
Absolutely. The things that you find revolting or that make you, I don't know, maybe want to revolt. We'll see. But it's time for the first section, so Evan, let's get this bread.
Let's get this bread, brother of mine. Take us away.
All right. Well, in exciting food news that is definitely not good for you, there is a new collaboration between Reese's, Oreo, and Bundt Cake.
Bundt Cake, you say?
I'm sorry, nothing but cake. That spot. Yeah.
Yeah. I fucking love that joint. Oh my god, no fucking way.
Yes, fucking way. So, Reese's and Oreo have already done some collabs this year where they made an Oreo flavored Reese's and Reese's flavored Oreo. And they've been super fucking popular because why not? Those are both delicious fucking things. Even just thinking about them now, I'm like, yeah, I bet that's fire. But they're taking it one step further and they're partnering with Nothing Bundt Cakes to launch their something they call their triple threat, which is, let's see, the triple threat made with Oreos and Reese's. It's
holy sweet Jesus God!
It's a buntlet, so it's like one of the smaller ones. It adds chopped Reese's peanut butter cups and Reese's peanut butter cookie sauce to the beloved Oreo-filled cookies and cream Bundt. The personal buntlet-sized cake is topped with Nothing Bundt Cake's signature cream cheese frosting, plus Oreo cookie pieces and chopped Reese's peanut butter cups. Are you looking at a picture of it, little brother?
I am looking at a picture right now. I'm looking at a picture right now, and now I'm looking up the nearest Nothing Bundt Cakes to me.
Yeah, I bet you are. Ladies and gentlemen and others of the crowd, I implore you to also look up the Reese's Oreo Bundt Cake. But do not stare at it too long, because if you stare at it for more than, I believe, 15 seconds, you will just get type 2 diabetes.
I think it kills you if you eat it in one bite.
I will test that theory. If that's how I die, man, that's how I fucking die.
A glorious charge into Valhalla.
Fuck yeah. Kicking open Odin's door while wiping fucking Reese's off my mouth.
Oh god, you can get a little 3-pack too. Fuck yeah, you can.
Oh, of course you can. I wonder how much for a whole fucking dozen.
Hang on. A dozen of them. Yep. That sets you back a hundo stick.
Whoo, shoot. Okay, maybe just one. Maybe I'll treat myself to just one. But yeah, it looks delicious. I can't wait to fucking try it. So I wanted to give everybody some happy food news. That is my offering to you. Please enjoy.
Oh my god. I think I have to get one of these at some point. Holy shit. Okay. My fucking desire to shovel this in my face like a goddamn goblin is set aside. Okay.
Oh, I don't even blame you, little brother. Just looking at it, like, I'm drooling, like, oh yeah. So this is your latest in delicious buntlets. Have at it.
Well, I have my own food. I will say good food news to pair with that.
Hell yeah.
Because this is actually something where I'm like, you know what? It's a weird one. And apparently I'm late to this trend because it's a returning item to somebody's menu. Popeyes is selling a Cajun turkey for Thanksgiving. Like a full ass goddamn turkey.
Yeah.
It is an 11 to 13 pound turkey. It is pre-seasoned, pre-cooked, and frozen. So all you have to do is thaw it, heat it up, and you serve it. And that's it.
It's ready to fucking go.
And you know what? I do fucking love Popeyes. I love turkey. So like for $55 as well, if you do a restaurant pickup, that's not bad.
I don't know what turkeys are costing these days, but prepping it is a whole fucking undertaking. So for them to fucking do it for you and just be like, yo, this shit's ready. Just reheat this bitch and you good to go.
You are good to go. I'm like, damn. You know what? Is it a bit weird? Yes, the fact that Popeye sells you a whole ass turkey is kind of crazy.
A little bit.
But at the same time, I'm like, fuck, dude, I don't know. I like Popeyes. Popeyes good.
Popeyes is good. You know, now that we're saying something, you know what I'm realizing? Haven't had Popeyes in forever.
Man, so there's a Popeyes that I used to go to because it was right down the street from me on 86th Street. I swear to God, I got kind of annoyed going there because like 9 times out of 10 when I would go there, they were out of the regular mild chicken. They only had spicy. I don't know how the fuck that happens. I'm like, you're a chicken joint. How do you run out of chicken?
More people need to eat spicy chicken. See, I'd have been happy. That's what I'm getting. Give me the spicy shit. Hell yeah. Oh man.
I can't do it to myself anymore. My poor stomach just throws a fucking fit every time. You can get a full turkey from Popeyes if you so desire. If that's your vibe for Thanksgiving, like if you're doing like a Friendsgiving kind of thing, you know, and it's like, oh, you're in charge of the turkey.
Oh, or
Popeyes, get yourself a Popeyes turkey.
Or you know what? If you're just being lazy, you know, it's difficult. Maybe you got like a fuck ton of kids. Maybe you're a single parent. Maybe you just don't give a shit, man. Get you a I'm for that too. You know, maybe you're just giving up on life and you're like, whatever, fucking Popeyes turkey. Fuck it. Popeyes is delicious. So yeah, no, there's a multitude of reasons to try this. And if I was doing something like this, I might. Is it only on sale through Thanksgiving?
Huh, doesn't look like it says. I mean, unfortunately, we missed it by a day. If you'd ordered yesterday, you would have been given a free signature sauce with any purchase of the turkey.
No shit.
Yeah, apparently.
I'm sorry we missed it.
But yeah, as far as availability, probably just through Thanksgiving. I would assume at least.
Because I am having like a Friendsgiving. But it's like more of a holiday party. It's like halfway between Christmas and Thanksgiving. So maybe I will get one, maybe before Thanksgiving, and just keep it in the freezer until then. Until I have my friends over. Be like, don't worry, guys, I got fucking Popeye's turkey.
Hey, if you get it, let me know how it is. I'm curious.
I absolutely will. But we shall see if I get it.
Oh, man.
All right, Evan. I think the bread is sufficiently baked. Wouldn't you say so?
I would agree. I would agree completely.
I'm glad you would. So you know what that means?
I think it's time we moved on.
It is time we moved on. It's time for the circuses. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Hoosier Brothers Circuses. Pay no attention to the mimes. They're not with us at all.
Seriously, do not make eye contact.
Right? Those who do are never seen again.
If you could just sign these waivers really quick.
Right? Actually, by listening, you are already agreeing to the waiver. Thank you so much.
Oh, perfect. Never mind. I'm gonna put these back then. Printed this off for nothing.
Right. Print's a dying medium. All right.
So we've got some entertainment news to throw your way. Was it you or me up first? What do you want to do?
I'm gonna start us off, ladies and gentlemen. The newest Tron movie has hit theaters. It's called Tron Ares, and well, it stars Jared Leto.
There he is.
Yeah. Known superstar Jared Leto, perfectly normal person Jared Leto, definitely not a cult leader Jared Leto. And he's do you know anything about this movie, Ev?
I know. Look, I know that the Tron fans, all 12 of them, really wanted this movie to succeed because if this one bombed, this might be the last Tron movie for like a good while. And hey, all you Tron heads out there, I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm sure it must have been devastating to see that they cast Jared Leto in this, or as people call him nowadays, box office poison.
Yeah. Not to mention, they did cast, of course, Jared Leto, just the absolute worst. You may remember him from Morbius, where, in fact, it was Morbin time. Well, it was Tron in time this time. And so he troned all over the place. And he starred as a fucking, some sort of AI software that was like the perfect soldier, but he was good.
Uh-huh.
But all the the evil techno billionaires wanted to use him for evil, and they're like, do evil. And he's like, but I want to do good. So then, laser lights.
Right. The natural conclusion.
Right, yeah. Then the rest of the fucking plot happens. But yeah, I think this movie's a loser on two fronts. Jared Leto, first and foremost. Fucking loser.
Yeah.
But secondly, being like, what's going to save us all? AI. Like, I don't think people are going to find this shit believable or enticing.
I just look, the AI stupid bullshit notwithstanding, I don't understand why Hollywood keeps trying to make Jared Leto happen. It's one of the most baffling things that who keeps casting this motherfucker? Who keeps looking at all of his bombs and going, you know what? I had a good feeling about this one. You know what it reminds me of, remember when Krusty opened the clown school because he was in debt to the mafia.
Yeah.
And then later on, I was like, so let me get this straight. You took all the money you made from the clown college and bet it against the Harlem Globetrotters? I thought the generals were due.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember that one.
That's what this feels like. Every time it's like, I thought Jared Leto was due.
Right. I'm sorry. What was the successful movie Jared Leto was in? Help me out here.
Okay, well, hang on. There has to have been one, right? There has to have been one.
Probably. There's probably at least. Oh, well, I guess he's in Requiem for a Dream.
Okay, how about where he is a leading man? Let's say.
Okay.
There's IMDb. There you are. No. Okay. Tron 6.7, but financially not great. Morbius a 5.1. House of Gucci a 6.6, also kind of a bomb. Suicide Squad a 5.9, a movie that literally everyone hated. A lot of these that I don't recognize. He's had like bit parts here and there. Apparently he was in Requiem for a Dream, which I didn't know. He was also in American Psycho, which I also didn't know.
Yeah.
I do know in Fight Club. He got the shit beat out of him in Fight Club.
Yeah, he gets murdered in Psycho.
Does he really?
American Psycho, yeah. He's Paul Dorsia, I believe. He's like his nemesis.
Oh, he's Paul Allen. My God, he's Paul Allen.
Paul Allen.
Jesus
right.
Christ.
Dorsia's the restaurant.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was the guy who got murdered and during the Hip to Be Square scene. I didn't realize that was him.
Yep, that was him.
Yeah, I'll be damned.
But yeah, so I think this might signal the end. I think people are seeing that he is, in fact, not great, that people don't just flock to the box office for him. They're not like, well, I've got to go see that new Jared Leto picture.
I feel like the opposite actually happens. I feel like if I hear, oh God, Jared Leto's in it, no thanks.
Yeah.
Like that is like my immediate reaction.
Yeah, no, I've got a similar reaction. I'm like, oh, well, I bet that's probably gonna be bad. I'll say this, like, I saw, of course, Suicide Squad, and I watched Zack Snyder's Justice League. It's long, Jesus. But so I saw that, and I did watch Morbius out of morbid curiosity.
I never did catch Morbius. Suicide Squad, to me, let me clarify. Original Suicide Squad, not James Gunn Suicide Squad. James Gunn Suicide Squad fucking kicks ass. Great movie.
Yes, it is.
Original Suicide Squad is, in my opinion, it is the worst superhero movie ever made. It is not my most hated, but it is the worst.
It's definitely not the worst. I've seen worse. I watched
I
watched Roger Corman's Fantastic Four.
Okay, I suppose that never got an official release.
You never gave it that caveat.
I suppose.
And even so, I've seen David Hasselhoff as Nick Fury.
All right, I guess in my stance then, from at least from the movies I've seen, it's the movie that it had the least merit, insofar as like I couldn't even have fun with it. You know. Like, there was no joy to be elicited, not even from, like, because sometimes you watch a bad movie and you're like, man, this is great. I love watching this because, you're having fun at the very least.
That's how I feel about Thanksgiving.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel about something like Daredevil or Elektra. I have fun watching those movies because they're dumb and bad.
So bad.
But I watched Suicide Squad and I'm like, this is just depressing. This is awful. This is an awful, awful movie. I have no fun with this.
I feel like there's a couple fun parts to it, but yeah, overall, it's more of a mess than a movie.
It is just such a brutal, brutal mess. And like, yeah, it went through very extensive reshoots, mostly because they were trying to cut out Jared Leto as much as possible, which, I don't know, man, it's not a good sign, but I digress.
I don't know, probably not the worst idea.
Probably not. His Joker was abysmal.
Yeah, it is looked upon as generally the worst Joker ever.
I can agree to that. I can absolutely agree to that. It is truly abysmal.
Yeah, not great. Not great. So yeah, Jared Leto, just not great all around. And I think that Tron, just being the huge flop that it is, will probably cement that. I think we can put a nail in the coffin of Jared Leto. Like maybe he'll start just going back to just doing his cult.
Maybe he'll go back to his band. I think he still does that.
Maybe. All right. What did you get for circuses, little brother?
Well, for mine, I thought we'd hop back on some old hate trains, bring up some old beef,
Okay.
because this situation always reminds me that as much of a hater as I am, I could be hating on so many greater levels. Lex Luthor showed me that in Superman, and you know what? Kendrick Lamar also showed me that when he just fucking buried Drake in a mountain of disses.
Yeah, he set that man on fire for all to see. Burned him alive.
It's true.
Just torched him.
I mean, like a biblical ass beating, like
yeah.
solid gold fucking ass beating.
Yeah.
But you'll remember, I think we might have mentioned it on this show. Drake brought up a defamation lawsuit against his own record label, Universal Music Group, for publishing and promoting Lamar's diss track, Not Like Us, which is a fucking fantastic, first of all, a banger track. Fucking love that song. So awesome.
Absolutely. It was like one of the songs of the summer, you just heard it everywhere.
Drake was bitching about it, especially the line certified pedophile, which you are.
Yeah.
I just kind of want to throw that one out there really quick for all you listening. He is.
Yeah.
He definitely is.
He likes them young.
Say Drake. But a district judge that this case was brought before has officially thrown the trial out. Basically saying that this is not defamation. That's not what this is.
Right. Yeah. This is more of a, do you understand what that word means, dude?
I just wanted to bring this one up. One, just kind of dogpile a little bit because it's hilarious. But two, just to express the idea that now, officially, Kendrick Lamar absolutely beating your ass into submission is cemented in legality now. It's in legal paperwork. If you dug hard enough and knew what to look for, I'm pretty sure you could find the ruling. It's a 38-page ruling. I'm pretty sure that if you were in the right field, you can find and read this ruling. Your ass beating is now cemented in the history books. Congratulations, Drake.
Yeah, if the trial wasn't private for any reason, then that's as simple as making a FOIA request to whatever state it was in.
Yeah. Congratulations, Drake. This is now in legal papers forever.
This could be studied in legal classes. Good job, Drake.
Yes, it can. And in fact, no fucking joke. Apparently, from what I'm reading here, so the case has been dismissed, but he can appeal it, and apparently he intends to.
That's fantastic. Hell yeah, buddy. Do your best.
Yep, there it is.
If at first you don't succeed, sue again.
We intend to appeal today's ruling, and we look forward to the Court of Appeals reviewing it, a spokesperson for Drake told CNN. Holy shit.
Jesus fuck, man. If I didn't know better, I'd say Drake's addicted to taking this L, because he just keeps taking it over and over again. He's like, you know what? Kendrick didn't beat my ass enough. I need to sue this shit in court so that I can just keep losing.
All right, hang on, because I'm going to look this shit up really quick. So these days I am on YouTube Music. I enjoy it quite a bit. How many plays on YouTube Music alone, which doesn't count for the YouTube video that you would find? How many plays do you think Not Like Us has on YouTube Music? How many do you think?
50 million?
It is sitting at 1.1 billion.
Jesus. Way underestimated it.
Billion. 1.1 billion plays. And Drake, I'm sorry, buddy. You've gotta fucking call it. Like, stop. You're already dead, man. This is a guy clearly getting his ass beat in the boxing ring. Just keep getting up like, I'm not done with you yet.
Right, yeah. Learn to stay down, homie. It's okay to know when you are defeated, but he can't. He just can't fucking believe it. Like, no, there's no way. I'm the greatest.
No, dude, I'm sorry. You got your ass beat. Just go home, man.
Yeah. Oh, fucking Drake. What a fucking loser. Fucking what an idiot.
What a fucking sore loser.
Yeah. Just can't stop. Just addicted to the loss. To being like, hey, you know who kicked my ass? Kendrick. Remember that? Remember when he made that song talking shit about me? I'm still suing.
We're going for it again. Yeah. Round 2, baby. Well, that was my news for the circuses. I thought you all might enjoy a little bit of levity.
Yep. We're about to move on, but just real quick, just wanted to mention the hubbub over the Super Bowl halftime show. Bad Bunny's going to be playing, and what did he say? You got 4 months to learn Spanish or something?
Yeah.
Well, the MAGAs lost their shit, of course. They're like, a U.S. citizen should be playing, and people had to point out that Puerto Rico is part of the United States.
Correct. Bad Bunny actually is a U.S. citizen. In fact, there have been previous performers at the halftime show who actually aren't U.S. citizens, fun fact.
Yeah, like The Who and Rihanna.
Correct.
Yeah, but they were upset about that. So, in response, Turning Point USA, the Charlie Kirk fucking foundation or whatever the fuck, is going to put on their own halftime show. They saw that shit and they were like, no, we're not going to watch the Bad Bunny halftime show. We'll have our own halftime show with white guys and no spices.
And good, wholesome Christian values.
That's right. You know what this halftime needs? More Jesus. And a grinder outage.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's how you know. That's how you know you've really got the Republican meeting.
Yeah, absolutely. How busy is Grindr? Oh, and there was a fake flyer going around. It had like Kid Rock, Ted Nugent, a bunch of fucking right-wing musicians. They're like, this is who's going to be playing at the Turning Point show. But it was fake, and there was an obvious tell. If you looked at the bottom, there was a special guest, Measles.
Ah!
But lots of people didn't read that far and got fooled and shared it like, well, look at what Turning Point's offering as opposed to that Un-American show. And it's like, it listed like 10 or 12 people, and it's like, how long do y'all think halftime is?
It's just going to play for the entire Super Bowl. You don't have to watch the football. We've just got this good Christian programming that you can tune into.
That's right. But yeah, so we'll see how that plays out, because those people are insane.
It's true. It'd be funnier if it wasn't disturbing and sad.
It would be. It is, in fact, disturbing and sad, so it's probably time we get on to the disturbing and sad part, the revolt.
I love democracy.
It's a trap!
I am the Senate.
Not yet.
It's treason, then.
So this is how liberty dies. With thunderous applause.
Welcome to the revolt, and yes, liberty dies with thunderous applause. But there is a little bit of resistance. There was a series of protests across the country yesterday, as it were, called the No Kings protests. Millions of people turned out for it. There was one here in Indiana, several here in Indiana, in major cities, and lots of people turned out for it, basically to show their displeasure with the current regime.
Yes, indeed. A lot of cities, a lot of people turning out for it. But you know what I do want to talk about, because I just remembered that this was a thing, and I'm deeply saddened by the fact that this was a thing. Do you know what our king's response to that to the protest was? Did you catch this?
The AI video.
It was an AI video of himself flying a fighter jet, dropping shit on the protesters.
Yeah, that was his great idea, and he was wearing a crown in it too.
Was he really?
He was. Did you not watch the actual video?
I saw a little bit of it, but I was just so unnerved, because I'm always unnerved by AI, that I didn't really focus on a lot of the details and shit. But wow, you actually did declare yourself king, huh, buddy?
Yeah, video of him, like he's got, like I said, he got a crown on, flying the jet, dropping shit on people who were exercising their First Amendment rights. And so there was a lot of turnout for it, and there was a lot of shit talking from the right. Mike Johnson called it the Hate America rally. Everybody was from Fox News on over was saying that it was going to be filled with violence and fights were going to break out. A lot of shit talking about it, and of course it ended up being mostly peaceful demonstrations. There was, I did see a video of a confrontation between some MAGAs and some of the protesters. But the protesters themselves did not cause any disturbances, just mostly speechifying. Which, I don't know, it's good to gather people, but like, at the end of the day, a protest should cause like disruption. And this was just well organized just to be there, just to be seen and heard. Like, hey, we are upset. And I feel like it was just organized so we can be like, you know, the way to handle this is to vote for Democrats.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's. I want to say, and it's difficult to, obviously speak of like what the right answer is, because I feel like in situations like this, there is no true right answer. There's the right thing to do, which is to stand up to what is clearly an attempted fascist takeover.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
But at the same time, it really does. I think it's important to ask the question of like, what comes next, It's important to kind of, sit with that idea, and geez, I want to take a stance, and I will, and say that what is happening is wrong and bad, but I am the wrong person to talk to about what to do in place of this, because look, obviously the Democrats aren't doing jack all, voting
right.
for them is clearly not getting us anywhere fast. I mean, for fuck's sake, we're still feeling the effects of Reagan, and that was 40 years ago now. Right. What he did is still causing lingering problems, because we just it is impossible for this current system to route out what the damage he has done, essentially.
Democrats are so entrenched with the money and so weak-willed that it is impossible for them to really get anything done. They do little besides enable the right wing. They're just like, oh, our hands are tied, what can we do? Like, even when they're in control of shit. So Now I will say this, as it pertains to what comes next, I think the best thing I heard that came out of this No Kings rally was from Chicago. I believe it was the mayor of Chicago called for a general strike.
I mean, shit.
Yeah, no, which does feel like the next logical step here, because if you want something done, you've got to withhold your labor, and we've got to get enough of us to withhold it for it to actually fucking mean something. But the government shut down because various reasons. Mike Johnson doesn't want to swear in this new representative who's got to sign to get the Epstein files released, and the Democrats are at least trying to get healthcare subsidies extended, and the Republicans are like, yeah, fuck those. But yeah, so it's a whole fucking mess. But yeah, so the general strike, though, is probably the next thing we need to keep having conversations about. We need to organize that to really figure out a good time to withhold our labor and really make demands and show that we have power.
I mean, sure, that makes sense. That does make sense. I feel like it is difficult to fully, it would be difficult for a lot of people to, fully expect, complete participation from all fronts, just because there are a lot of people right now in very financially, tough situations. There are people who aren't as, stable, who are paycheck to paycheck, and if they started to strike and missed even like a single paycheck and, couldn't pay rent, couldn't pay, like for groceries or something like that, I feel like it could be detrimental. So
Yeah,
I think organization and like figuring out like the system that will be used is going to be important.
Yeah, no, that's why it's also important when you do stuff like go to these No Kings things. It's to work on community building and mutual aid. Go out and meet your neighbors. Know who's cool and who you're probably going to be like, I don't know, if shit goes sideways, I'm going to want to avoid you, And know what skills you have. Like, I can kind of garden. That's kind of a useful skill. My fiance has medical knowledge. That's definitely a useful skill.
Yeah, absolutely it is.
But yeah, and those are the things that will help us to get through things like a general strike. But it's possible, guys. Like, they strike like all the time in France and have great benefits. Those guys freak out when they raise the bus fare. We could do that.
That's true.
We could do shit like that too. And they always come together. They're like, oh shit, like you're trying to tax the cooks on something. Well, we're all here together because fuck that shit. And we could do that too, but I don't know. So much of the country is so entrenched on this pull yourself up by the bootstraps mentality. It's tough to make people see that they should fight for their rights because, I don't know, yeah. Like you said, people got to worry about when their next paycheck's coming. How are they going to eat? How are they going to pay their bills? And so we all live in fear of capitalism.
Yes, it's true. And never get it twisted, folks. I don't like the capitalist system. In fact, I hate it. I hate it so goddamn much. I hate, like, pretty much every aspect of it. At this point, we've reached a point in the late stage capitalism where there's just, like, there's nothing good left. Here's the thing. Much like many systems, on paper, capitalism actually ain't a half bad idea. It creates, it pushes innovations because you have to come up with the next best thing. So it helps, build economies and, encourage commerce, as it were. But the reality of the situation that we have is a horrible, warped version of it now that is just not functioning for anybody except the upper 0.1% of people.
Right, absolutely, yeah. It only works for the upper crust. The economy has changed so much that the upper crust has gone from the upper 1% has gone from doing a third of our economy spending to doing a full half of it. So it is not working for anybody but them.
And I don't know, guys, when you have a system that fundamentally does not work for 99.9% of your country, I really feel like we should maybe consider a new system.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just me. I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah. And I think some people can't see a problem unless it's affecting them personally. So they think that since it's not affecting them personally yet, that it must be a character flaw in everybody else.
Well, I mean, that's that American can-do spirit that, again, is a null factor these days that has just lingered in the minds of many of the older generations, and those older generations have passed that on to younger folk.
Yeah. And, I mean, shit, the system itself necessitates poverty. Like, no, not everybody can succeed. So, like, I don't know. To me, that sounds like an inherently bad system. But, hey, what are we going to do?
Well, protesting is, at the very least, a good start. It's a good way to get a foot in the door. Build community, as you said. Absolutely. And that, I think, is something that I will definitely, harp on at least a little bit. And that is that through these very difficult and horrible and tumultuous times, community is going to be your best bet. Find folk that you can meet up with every once in a while, that you have, a rapport with. Build communities, seek out communities. That's it's an exceedingly important thing in today's current environment.
Mm-hmm. And still, like I said, even seek out your own community. Try to talk to your neighbors and get to know them. It just helps. Did we have anything else we wanted to talk about in the revolt?
I did want to talk about the journalism a little bit. The White House.
Yeah. The
press kind of stuff.
Yeah, the Pentagon. Old Drinky Pete Hegseth. he put out a list of demands for journalists who work the Pentagon, because there are people who are just permanently stationed at the Pentagon. And he put out a list of demands about the type of stories that they were allowed to print. And like basically one of the big demands was they're not allowed to print anything that he says like that they can't, like about any sort of information that he has deemed that they're not allowed to share. So he basically wants to control all the stories they put out. And he told them that they had until a certain time to sign it, or they could turn in their press badges. And basically, everybody decided to turn in their press badges. Now, you got the people you would think who would do it, of course, CNN, MSNBC, BBC, turned in their shit. Yeah, of course, you expect that. But Fox News also turned in their fucking press credentials. They were like, no. And Newsmax, who's an even harder right news station, was like, yeah, we're not signing this shit either.
So, again, those First Amendment rights, feeling good about them.
Right, absolutely. Those are definitely well and good. The president's sharing videos of shitting on fucking protesters. And the guy in charge of the Pentagon is like, yeah, the free press is not really a great idea.
Wouldn't it be so grand if we could actually control the free press? Wouldn't that be delightful? Right. I think we'll do that.
You know what this free press needs? Less freedom.
I agree completely. You know what? Let's take away their freedoms. Mm-hmm. Fuck them all.
Right. Meanwhile, it's like I feel like there should be like a political comic where there's Uncle Sam's and he's like, no, you don't understand. That's a load-bearing freedom. It holds up the whole fucking thing. And he's like, yeah, we're just gonna get away with that. Like, yeah, because we're descending faster and faster into fascism. Project 2025 is 50% of the way done, guys. We're only 9 months in.
Woohoo!
Fuck.
How are we only 9 months in? Jesus Christ!
Every day feels like a fucking eternity.
It feels so. Look. I always say this, you have to check the news, all right? You do. It's important because you have to stay up to date, you have to stay informed on all the things that are happening. But god damn, it's getting harder and harder to check the fucking news every day.
It is. So here's the other thing. It's I've probably mentioned it on the show, but do you know the orchestra theory?
The orchestra theory?
Or the symphony theory? It's the idea that like when an orchestra or a symphony or whatever plays, there's like 100 of them or a fuck ton of them, and so everybody's playing and they build this beautiful harmony. But if every once in a while one of the people playing flute or whatever, one of the flautists runs out of breath, they can stop and take a breath. But the rest of the orchestra keeps playing and the music is still beautiful, and then that flautist comes back in when they're ready, and that's how it works. Like. We don't all take a break at the same time, but if you need to take a break, it's fine because everybody else is still singing or playing their instrument, and when you're ready, you pop back in. So, yes, watch the news or listen to the news or read the news, but if you need to take a breath, that's also okay. Just please come back. Like, don't stay away.
You know what? I really do like that. I think that's a great metaphor, actually.
Yeah, I like that one too. Like, it's okay to sometimes be like, I'm just gonna take a couple days. I can't. Like, whenever I do my Juggalo shit, I don't look at the news. Like, nope, the world will still be there when I come back.
And you know what? That is a respectable mindset, and I like that. I'm going to start adopting that, actually.
Mm-hmm. Just find little times where you're like... I've also tried to think about my phone as a cigarette, so I don't pick it up as much. like, this is just a cigarette for your eyes. You're just doing this because you're bored. Quit smoking.
Yeah, it's true. No, I have been really trying to like work on that. Especially my big thing. God, I go to fucking Instagram so goddamn much and just doom scroll for way too long. Mm-hmm. So I've been trying to at least subsidize that and be like, all right, if you're bored, then like find something on your phone and like read it. I will like, because I have a Google Drive like on my phone. Mm-hmm. So if I'm like I need something to like occupy my mind, I will open something on my drive and just be like, take a look through this. Maybe there's something in there that you can like improve. Maybe there's an idea in there. Sometimes I go to like an old manuscript and just kind of like shift through it and be like, maybe there's a halfway decent idea in here. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I read more some of my more recent stuff and be like, are there any edits you can make to this? Any sort of like lines that don't quite work, or like, paragraphs that are a little chunky that you can maybe cut down on? So I've been trying to do that a lot more, just to like keep myself off the social media feed and not rot my brain into oblivion.
I feel it, man. It's tough, but gotta take the breaks.
It's true.
Well, I think we've done it. We've rambled long enough, so it's time for the end of the show. And you had a suggestion for what we were going to do this time.
Yes, I did. So we're still in the Halloween season. I believe our next episode we will officially be out of Halloween.
Absolutely, it'll be the beginning of November by the time we record again.
Yeah. So while we are still in the Halloween season, I had a suggestion. We've had a few monster movie crossovers. We've had Alien versus Predator, which I don't think either of them are good. Are any of them good?
Good's a subjective idea, but no.
Okay. We had Freddy versus Jason. Also not great.
I like Freddy versus Jason, but you'll find people who are like, no, Freddy versus Jason's fine, but it can be kind of divisive. I feel like people are kind of split on that one, but like it's fine. It's like I take that back. Freddy vs. Jason is fucking dope. All right, it's a fun fucking movie. Some people are just fucking haters. All right, Freddy vs. Jason's dope.
What a switch up.
Yeah. No, I really thought about it. I was like, no, I love that fucking movie, man. Freddy and Jason fought. Like, yeah, it's silly, but like, what the fuck did you expect? They're insane movie serial killers. All right, they're crazy slashers. Of course, the story itself is fucking ridiculous.
Well, we've had those. We had whatever Dark Universe was trying to do, which the Tom Cruise Mummy movie. That movie does suck. That movie's awful.
Never saw it. All I heard was bad things.
Bless your lucky stars, man. That fucking movie is terrible. But anyway, so my thought was, I want to see some other horror movie crossovers. Mm-hmm. I want to see. I want to see some real iconic characters come together. And I've already got the first idea for you.
Hell yeah, let's hear it.
Van Helsing and Ash from Evil Dead. I want to see those not fighting each other. I want to see those two team up. I want to see them kicking monster ass.
That does sound dope. I do like that. I thought we could have the Critters fight the Gremlins.
Ooh, that's a good one. I like that.
Mm-hmm. I thought that would be fun.
Oh, that could be a good one. A good one.
Now, see, you gotta wonder, because critters reproduce pretty quickly. Like, they can, like, have an egg and it can hatch in, like, a day or two. But gremlins, you just get them wet and they're ready to go. So this is gonna be, like, a plethora. And critters will eat you, but gremlins are, I don't know, they're tricky.
And also, I will say, the Krites themselves, they weren't, like, insanely intelligent. They had like average intelligence, I'd say, for being like a creature.
Well, that's not actually true. They were space aliens who could fly spaceships.
That's true, but they did underestimate a human firearm.
They did, in fact, underestimate the human firearm.
Which leads to my absolute favorite goddamn scene of that whole fucking movie.
Oh, yeah? The one where it's like, they have weapons, like, who cares?
And then one gets blown the fuck away. Just, fuck!
Yeah. Classic.
So fucking good, dude.
Hell yeah. Love that fucking movie.
Fucking great movie. Oh, gosh. I had the thought, I want to see Michael Myers take on the girl from The Ring. I thought that would just be a real good time. Because he'd just be standing there real silent type. Right. Neither of them say much, I want to see what that interaction looks like.
Just kind of staring at each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man. You mentioned Ash, and it made me think, have you ever seen there's a Creepshow TV show. Have you ever seen it?
I have not. I've heard about it, but I never caught it.
There's an episode that's basically Bob Ross versus the Evil Dead. Yeah, it's fucking wonderful. I love it. I guess I would like to see, I'm trying to think of like a good clown mashup, because maybe we just, you know what? Maybe just a clown free-for-all. We'll put like Pennywise in there, the Killer Clowns from Outer Space, Art from Terrifier.
Yeah.
We'll put both Pennywises in there.
The Tim Curry Penny. Yeah, I'd love to see that.
Fuck yeah. Just a whole clown off.
Oh man, you know what? I'd love to see it. I don't know. I feel like the Killer Clowns from Outer Space would really do some work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They might, but Pennywise is an interdimensional being, so he might help. And Art's some sort of hellhound creature or something.
That's true.
Yeah. So I think that'll be an interesting fight.
You know what? The Clown Royale. I like it.
Hell yeah. What else you got?
You know what? Going back to Ash, he's just so rife for so many great things.
Hell yeah, he is.
I want to see Chainsaw v. Chainsaw. I want to see Ash take on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
Leatherface.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think Ash has got him because he fights, demons and shit. But who knows, man? That could be a fun fight.
You know what? I just want to see two chainsaws collide. How about that?
Yeah, no.
That's the sole reason behind that fight, for me at least.
Then you should watch Mandy. There's a chainsaw fight in that. Or I think Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 has a chainsaw fight in it.
I've only ever watched the original.
That's the good one. The remake is also fine. The 2003 remake with Jessica Biel. It's actually really good. I'll take that back. The remake's really good. But
really?
The remake's really good. It's one of those.
That's shocking.
Yeah, it's one of the few times a remake actually really holds up.
Oh man! All right, I had one more. If you didn't have any others,
I have one that's not horror, but I thought it was funny all the same.
Please.
So we start off with RoboCop versus Terminator.
Okay, into it.
But the twist is, at the end, RoboCop joins Terminator and becomes evil.
Real? Oh wow! RoboCop defects.
Mm-hmm. He's like, yeah, fuck humans. They kept me alive in this fucking machine suit. I hate it. I'm joining the Terminators.
Oh, you know what? Fantastic. Love that.
Mm-hmm. All right, what else did you have?
All right, and my last one. This is going to be a bit of a strange one, so bear with me. I want to see the Doom guy from Doom and John Constantine from DC.
That is a bit of an odd one. Doom guy and John Constantine. Although I bet
here's the thing. I think they'd have some really good interactions because Doom guy is completely silent and Constantine is well known for being a little bit, kind of not quippy, but at least a little bit like, sharp with people, as it were.
Right. A shit talker.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he'd just be sitting there chain smoking, and people would ask him about Doom guy, and he'd just be like, "Don't mind him."
Oh, that's I kind of want to see something.
Never shuts up.
I kind of want to see something in between, you've got some sort of because Constantine obviously has his own abilities and shit, but I want to see something in between, Constantine's kind of figuring supernatural shit out, doing almost like supernatural detective work, and then it's like, all right, that's our guy, Doom guy, you know what to do, and then he's just fucking blowing people's heads off with a shotgun.
Right? Yeah. Then it's just big fucking gun time.
Exactly.
I love it. I would watch Constantine and Doom guy fight. Doom guy's just shooting shit. Constantine's shooting magic at him. Yeah, that could be fun. Especially depending on which version of Constantine he's bi in a lot of the canon now, so he'd probably be flirting with Doom guy.
Dude, he fucked King Shark.
He fucked King Shark, or him and King Shark fucked. I'd rather put it that.
Yeah, it's difficult to say who was doing what in that exchange.
Very true, very true. To each their. Yeah, I'm not asking, but those two got it on, which was canon. Yeah.
Oh god, so fucking funny.
Hilarious. So I think that would be extra funny too. Just them sitting there after slaughtering a bunch of demons, and Constantine just flirting with Doom guy. Does the helmet ever come off?
Does it stay on during?
Right. Yeah. You gonna let me find out or what? All right then. Sounds like we got a winner.
Again, another $1 million idea from this very dumb podcast that the two of us do.
Fuck yeah. You're welcome, internet. Well, that's gonna do it for us. We want to thank y'all for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell your enemies. If you go to protest, tell your fellow protesters. They might enjoy us. Tell community aid. Tell your community. Tell mutual aid. Tell everyone. Until next time, keep bringing the chaos, support the unions, and free Palestine.
Hey, folks, for God's sakes, practice your media literacy. Be gay, do crimes.